What up, guys? It's me, Gamer TV here. So, while we let Streamlabs get over its initial, CPU spike and frame drop and everything as I start playing, I got some bad news for fans of Restuarant Tycoon. This is the last episode ever. So, yes, I am telling the truth. No, I don't mean to dramatize it like I am. The whole entire reason that I'm saying it's the last episode is because, as you all know, hi cat. As you all know, we are moving out of Phase 1 and into Phase 2 within the next month and a half. Now, probably later on in the week or even the beginning of next week, there will be a video out about what Phase 1 was and what Phase 2 will include. But that's not out yet, so we're going to finish off Phase 1. So, I thought that it would be nice if we could send Restuarant Tycoon out in a good way. And we have currently almost $4,000. By the way, the reason I say almost, I know you guys can see it perfectly, but I really can't because, I explained this a bit in my other video, but, so, right now I am sitting on the couch at home. I didn't really feel like moving upstairs into my primary workspace, and I only have one monitor there because I have my Corsair keyboard hooked up, and, I just wanted to be able to extend my screen to something so I could see Streamlabs, make sure it wasn't going to lag really crazily. So I sat down here on the couch. I have a Roku stick. I mean, I haven't used it in probably a year. But it has, all of the Rokus now have a wireless display built into them. So you can cast your laptop, desktop, whatever to it. I use it sometimes with my Roku TV in my room at my other workspace, my primary one. And I'm like, this will be really helpful. Let me sit down here and do it. The thing that I didn't realize is that Windows pops up a connected to the display, and it gives me settings, and it lets me pin stuff. That's great and all, but the way I have to record, I have to take my display to 150 times the size. So that's 150% of what it normally is in terms of like zoom and stuff. So it's a lot easier for Streamlabs to process it that way. Basically because every pixel on the screen is changing. Now this is a much better laptop than the Asus that I had before. Don't get me wrong. But it is still not meant for the kind of stuff that I'm doing. It is still a gaming laptop, but it's not what a desktop could do. If it was a desktop, I could have it, 100% scaling and have it going at 60 frames per second. No, I like having the laptop because it's portable. At the age I am, I'm traveling often. I need something for school. I have a Chromebook for that, but this provides as backup. I just need a bunch of stuff that, you wouldn't really get in a desktop. So I've been using a laptop for a while, but I'll talk more about it. But basically, I can run Streamlabs with no lag. I mean, the occasional lag spike like I'm getting now, but generally with no lag like this. But with it being scaled, the notice and stuff is bigger, and it's blocking out my taskbar and everything, so I can't see the money we have. But what I thought we would do today is I thought we would go into IKEA here and buy a bunch of decorations that we can hang on the walls, maybe grab some kids' meals. I just thought we would spend some money, decorate our restaurant a bit. I'm gonna grab a green, indigo, red, and navy blue. We already have enough flags. We don't need that. I don't really think we need worker outfits. I mean, that doesn't seem essential to me. Alright, I think that's all we've got. Ooh, there are plenty of decorations over here. I just thought it would be a nice way to send our restaurant out, It's been really good to us. And, maybe we should decorate it a little, because we haven't really done any decorations. I am a blue person, but I'm going to do that in blue and orange. Oh, yes, get me a blue, get me a green, get me a red. See, this is the side of me that you don't see. It's like the decorative side. So, guys, another thing that I'm going to make apparent to you, I am only filming this tonight because I have no homework. Basically, because I tried out for my school tennis team, and I didn't make it, I'm now on the farm team for my school. Now, don't get me wrong, it's fun. But on windy days like today, where I live, it's not really that fun. It was like 57 degrees out, and it was windy as heck. So we all decided to just stay in and have a study hall. So I got literally all of my homework done, which was really, really nice, because now I don't have any homework. So I'm recording tonight because I want to make progress in putting Phase 1 out and putting Phase 2 in. And I also have no homework and know that I'm going to be working on my laptop anyway. So why not make a video? It's fun. I enjoy doing it. Another thing that I'm going to have to figure out is how does Streamlabs react to a full screen game? Because a lot of the games that we're going to be doing are from Epic Games, the company that made Fortnite. They have Slime Ranchers, they have The Witness. There's a bunch of those type of games that I would like to play. I mean, they have a free game every week. But I don't know how it's going to affect Streamlabs, so I'm going to have to look at it. But another thing that I thought might be apparent for us is that, if we wanted, we could even potentially go into designing our own games, if we wanted. It never occurred to me until now, but it occurred to me just the other day, in fact. I've done Roblox Studio, I did a little bit of Unity, I then stopped, but I've still done a little bit. I can continue to learn. Why not? So that could be a possibility. Also, another thing is, I was doing a video for band, because we have to submit a song, and I realized that it's quite fun setting a camera up, talking to it, because to get myself, in the mindset to practice. I set it up. I was home alone, like I am now, and I just set it up and started talking. I'm like, okay, I'm going to practice these measures 4 or 5 times so I can get them down, and then I'm going to play through the rest and see what needs work. So I realized that that was kind of fun, and that, you know, when I do the video explaining Phase 2, we'll get a lot more info on this. But basically, it's just really, really fun. And I had this vision at some point. But the bottom line is, this channel could be a gaming channel, it could be a vlogging channel. You know, it all depends on what I decide to do with my career. Part of me says that, you know, I don't really want to be a celebrity, you know? Like, part of me says it would be really awesome to be, you know, famous and to have a ton of followers, to make a ton of money. And then there's another part of me that's like, but, you know, having everybody follow your every move and not being able to get privacy with your family on the streets and stuff, that would kind of bother me, you know? I feel like everybody just kind of jokes around about this. Like, oh, it would be awesome to be famous. But when in reality, it kind of doesn't seem awesome to me. And to be honest with you, part of the reason it doesn't seem awesome is I like having my privacy. I've always been the type of guy that doesn't share my personal secrets with my friends. You know, recently I've been in a situation where it's been me and this girl in my grade. We've been friends since, I don't know, kindergarten. And we're really good friends and everything, but everybody thinks we should start dating and stuff. People have been asking me if I have a crush on her, and I have said nothing because I just don't want to say it. I like having that privacy. Now, that being said, my parents know because, you know, well, they're my parents. They get to know everything about me. But it just, I've always been the kind of guy that likes having privacy. I mean, who doesn't? And to me, being famous, you don't get that. But what I am totally okay with is I'm totally okay with this channel having like 1 million or, I don't know, 1 million or 2 subscribers at one point, and me being YouTube famous. I mean, that's not going to be what my career is, most likely. I'm most likely going to find a job, I'm going to get a degree. Now, to be fair, I could do what Rhett and Link did. They got degrees in engineering, and then decided they wanted to start a YouTube channel, and that YouTube channel got popular. They started Good Mythical Morning. They've written books. I could do that. I could go through high school. I could go through college, get a degree, and I could have the satisfactory of doing that, and then I could decide to, you know, become a YouTube star. I've seen many people do that. I don't speak for everyone in my family, that I know, at least my dad believes that most people on YouTube, most insanely popular people that just do that, have sort of thrown their careers away. But, from running a YouTube channel and doing this, I have figured out that they haven't thrown their life away. They've chose a career that not many people choose. Because some people who have a YouTube channel could go on to be doctors. They could educate people. They could be the next Steve Jobs. They could be Jeff Bezos. They could be, the next Elon Musk, for all I know. That's one way of doing good in the world. Another way, and I think this is how they're approaching it, is, if you film videos for people and you have good content and they like it and, it makes them happy and stuff, that could be a good career. If you're making people happy, and as a YouTuber, I've looked into various different ways. You can do fundraisers and stuff. You can do fundraisers. You can go to events. You can donate money to a charity. You can still do good in the world, but it might not be in the way that everybody else thinks. I don't know if that's true at all, but that's how I choose to see it. I choose to see it as, these people are idiots who threw away their lives and play video games for a living. And while I would love to be that person that does everything, I don't know if I'm going to be. I know that's a lot. But the bottom line is, you'll find out more about this. I had a grand vision. I'll go into more detail about that later. But another thing is, guys, we're in mid-April now. It's literally the middle of April on the recording date. As April closes and May begins, this is when you start to get all of the cumulative tests for school. My grammar mastery date has already been set for about a month and a half from now. Well, maybe not a month and a half, but May 22nd. We're starting to get into the final chapters of math. We're starting to get into the final projects of history. Oratory is starting in English. All this stuff is happening. And it's hard to explain. Basically, at winter break, we went, okay, this is essentially halfway through the year. We're 4.5 out of 5 months out of 9, months in. We're doing well. We've been through one term. We're halfway through the second. Let's enjoy some time off. Then you get back from winter break. You're like, ugh, school. Another 6 months of school. Maybe we weren't that close after all. Then you get to spring break. You're like, yay, a week off. We're going on vacation somewhere. And that's really fun. Then you get back from that, and you realize that 2.5 months, or maybe 2, till the end of the school year is going to be the roughest 2.5 months of the school year. Because it's nearing the end of the term, it's nearing the end of the year. So, teachers are going to be like, oh, I'm going to quiz you on everything we've learned this year. So you're going to have to study, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5, 8.75. You're going to have to study all that stuff. And the teachers do it because they want to make sure you retain the knowledge. I understand why, but it's annoying as a kid who plays squash, who plays ultimate frisbee, who's in various different musical programs. You know, it's annoying as somebody who's as busy as I am. I tend not to be very busy, you know? I tend to have time on my hands when I most need it. I tend to spend, Sundays chilling, making videos, and doing homework. But I also tend to, during the week, be very, very busy. Because there will be some times when I'm like, I got squash at 7, I'll get home at 8, and I have two tests the next day. Sorry for the silence, guys. And it's just, I enjoy everything that I do. As much as I hate to admit it, I enjoy school. I enjoy doing percussion ensemble. Mostly enjoy doing piano. I enjoy doing band. I enjoy squash. I enjoy ultimate frisbee. I enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy all this stuff, but it occurs to me that I have to balance it all. And I don't think I'm prepared to do that. So, but yeah. So anyway, so also another thing that I plan to do is I'll talk about that later. I also have, braces appointments. I'm growing up. I'm learning how to, cook, do basic cleaning things. I have social stuff, all that fun stuff. I have various different extracurricular, which I can't say apparently, stuff, but it's still incredibly fun to do YouTube. I think I've said this many times before, but I kind of have this channel to thank for, me being more social than I was. Because I remember, and it might just be me, growing up too. I don't know. But I remember, 2 years ago, I was the guy that sat by myself at lunch, played by myself on the playground, didn't really have that many close friends. And then, between 5th and 6th grade, something sort of clicked in me where I became a bit more social, in a way. I started to think differently. I used to be kind of socially awkward, too. I know my parents never looked at it that way, my grandparents never looked at it that way, but I kind of saw it because it used to be, I had to order food myself. I'd be like, I want this. I want this one. And without this thing, I want a quesadilla with chicken without the sour cream. And I used to need, reminders to say that. But now, if I'm at a restaurant, I'll be like, yeah, can I get the chicken quesadilla with no sour cream on it? And, it could have been various different things. I don't know exactly what it was, and I don't think I ever will. But I also think, being able to talk to, my laptop and record myself, not have to worry about people criticizing me right in front of me. I don't know what it was, but I think that was appealing in a way. And I think that sort of caused me to, be, the person I am now. And it could have been various different things. It could have been me doing, a public speaking camp over the summer. It could have been me talking to people a bit more. It could have been me trying to sort of break out of my own world. I don't know what it was, but now I'm not a popular kid in my grade. Back in November when I got invited to the first bar mitzvah party, I couldn't make the service because of robotics, but I went to the party, and I had a fun time and decided that I really wanted to go to more. And I thought the way to do that was to become friends with the group of so-called popular kids. That's what we all call them. They're really just kids that are better at, talking to people than I am. But I always wanted to be part of that group, and I had a few friends in that group. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go and sit with that group at lunch, and I don't care what happens. I'm just going to go do it. And I sat down, and I threw myself into conversation, and they got to know me. And I got, incorporated into stuff, and I was, finally part of that group. And then when, this, dating rumor and stuff started, I'm like, maybe this isn't the best spot for me. So I fell back out. But I'm still friends with some of those people. It's not like I'm nervous talking to them or anything. And it's just, I don't know what has happened, but back when, in 2017, when I started this YouTube channel, I had 3 subscribers, me, and Max Darkhunter. I didn't think I was going to get 32 subscribers in 2 years. I thought I was going to get way more than that. But after the first few months, it became apparent to me that, it wasn't, it wasn't the popularity that mattered. It mattered that I was having fun. And in my perspective, my Frisbee team, me and my friend, were team captains of 2 different teams. We faced off. His team beat me 15-1. His team beat my team 15-1. And, he's had fun poking fun at me about that. And I'm like, yeah, you should do that. That was pretty bad of me. But the thing that my friend pointed out and I started to realize was it doesn't matter what the score is of anything. It doesn't matter if you get crushed. It doesn't matter if you crush your opponent. What matters is that you had fun and that you are going to continue to have fun. So, yeah, I just realized that this was a ton of fun and I wanted to keep doing it. So, guys, I feel like this has been a good way to... Ow. Cat, don't poke me. It's not nice. I feel like this has been a good way to end off this series. It's been such a fun series to do, to see our restaurant go from, the first expansion of, really, really small to having an outdoor area to expanding to like a medium size and having the biggest outdoor area and then going to, the monster size that it is now. That's been really fun to watch. It might have taken 2 years and stuff, but it's been a really fun journey to this point. To the creator of this game, I doubt they're going to watch this, but if you do, then just letting you know, your game is absolutely awesome. I have 2 different restaurants in it, both equally as good, and it's just been super fun playing this game. And guys, I'm going to say the same thing right now that I'm going to say in probably Thursday night's Retail Tycoon episode, or maybe tomorrow night, depending on timing. I'm stopping Roblox for YouTube. I'm ready to move on. Roblox has been out of style for a year or so now, and I think if I can move on to popular games like Fortnite and stuff like that, that I can make myself a bit more noticed. And I also have more fun playing those games. But I'm probably not going to stop playing Roblox point blank. It's probably going to be, I play in my spare time. So what may end up happening is I may come back, I may farm on this, max out all of my chefs, fill everything up, and I might come back and do, a montage of all of our tycoons and be like, hey guys, what up? 3 or 4 months ago, we ended Phase 1, and I said that I might keep playing the games and coming back to them, and I did, and here's where we are now. So, it might be something like that, but it also might not be. So, guys, before I make this video too long, I've got to let you go. Peace out, Restuarant Tycoon, and I'll see you on the next video.